Dwayne Johnson finally speaks out about Red One's box office failure. It was another clever move by The Rock. Christmas movies are all over our televisions at this time of year. Some are touching, others make us cry, and some, well, let's just say, don't exactly evoke the sentimental feelings that the holiday season usually evokes. And now for Dwayne Johnson's role in the high-profile holiday action movie Red One. Things have gotten a little rough, pun intended, since its mid-November debut. Red One barely made $176.3 million at the worldwide box office, while having an epic budget of $200 to $250 million. The detractors? With a current Rotten Tomatoes score of 30%, they weren't exactly singing carols either. Hold on though, because The Rock reveals that he is playing a separate game at this point. As it happens, he and his group had a revolutionary plan in the works from the beginning. Red One. Is Dwayne Johnson's most recent Christmas escapade a brilliant holiday film or a disaster? The man's record is nearly unquestionable when it comes to Dwayne Johnson. One box office failure won't slow him down since he's built an enterprise from the ground up. He co-stars with Chris Evans in the action-packed holiday film Red One, which didn't exactly blow the box office away. The fact is, though, that The Rock is no novice when it comes to anticipating needs. Therefore, Johnson was silently smiling all the way to the flowing bank while others were busy assigning blame for the alleged failure. That's correct, Red One became the most watched film ever by Amazon MGM Studios after achieving an astounding 50 million global views in just 4 days on Prime Video, per Deadline. Johnson chose to have a limited theatrical release prior to the streaming service's launch, so he didn't just leave things up to chance. The Rock clarified in an Instagram message, "We are still in 3,000 cinemas. In order to obtain several tastes of the apple as we delivered for Christmas, we chose to have a short theater run before releasing on Amazon." Even though Red One's clichés and corny moments may have made critics cringe, the film currently has an impressive 90% audience rating. That is a fairly clear indication that the film's actual worth may not have been intended to be assessed using antiquated box office criteria. There were 50 million Prime Video subscribers, and it appeared like The Rock knew exactly what he was doing. Red One by Dwayne Johnson, a Christmas hit with staying power. There are times when you just have to roll with the punches, and Dwayne Johnson is the best at it. Red One didn't exactly break box office records when it debuted on November 15, but according to Deadline, it has made over $175 million globally and is still doing well, playing in 3,000 locations. The movie held its own even after the streaming release, dropping just 39% in its fifth weekend and earning a respectable $4.2 million domestically. And the icing on the cake? Rotten Tomatoes now has an audience score of 90% and an acinematic score. MGM Studios CEO Jennifer Sock put it best, Red One will undoubtedly be a recurring holiday favorite for years to come, based on the reception it received in cinemas and on Prime Video. Combining a successful streaming campaign with a theatrical release was not merely a risk, it was an art form. The film's worldwide appeal extended beyond movie theaters. Promotional activities were conducted on many platforms and in various countries. For press and fan visits, the Red One squad went to Berlin, London, and New York. With an exclusive Red One-themed raid in the well-known game Anime Defenders, Roblox even joined in on the fun, garnering millions of views. However, Red One's real triumph went beyond the numbers. It was about establishing a new standard for moviegoing. Red One demonstrated that it's not a choice between the two in a time where streaming is king. Doing both, and doing them effectively, is the goal. Viral gaming experiences and the film's enormous trailer views, 460 million and climbing, have given it momentum that will only increase. Red One is undoubtedly a shining example of how innovative tactics can transform a possible failure into a worldwide phenomenon, as Amazon continues to release successful books like The Boys and The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power.